So, Mr. Hernandez, can you explain why I would smell alcohol from your breath?
I don't know why, sir.
Okay. Unfortunately, Mr. Hernandez, I believe that you're well over the legal limit.
Some cops choose to turn a blind eye when their partners cross the line, but not all. In fact, there are times when brave officers stand up against their own colleagues and expose the corruption from within. Today, we'll be going through some of the most incredible moments when honest cops stood up to their corrupt partners. On June 10th, 2024, a New Mexico State police officer was on routine patrol when he spotted something outrageous: a marked APD unit flying down the highway at over 100 miles per hour, swerving like a drunk driver.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's the hurry?
I'm just in my way to work. I have like 11 minutes left.
You have 9 minutes left?
Yeah, I
Okay.
go in at 12.
Okay, and also, you're not staying in your lane.
I'm sorry, boss. I have a low tire. That's all it is.
Come back here and talk to me real quick. Come back here.
The driver was Officer Jordan Hernandez, who had been on the force for 3 years. Once pulled over, it didn't take long for the trooper to notice the obvious. Hernandez was showing clear signs of being under the influence.
Yeah, so you're doing stand right here. So did you even see me on the freeway?
I didn't see you. I'm sorry.
Okay. You didn't see me at all?
No, sir.
You didn't see me at all?
No, I didn't.
Okay, were you doing a buck 12 and I turned around? I actually saw you in the median, I turned around, and I've been chasing you probably since the 2:12-ish.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, you do a favor, you have your weapon on you, right?
What's that?
You have your weapon on you?
Yes, sir.
Let's put it in your car real quick. Okay. And your taser. Come back here.
Yes, sir.
Over here. When does shift start?
12, sir.
12? Okay, start here. So, Mr. Hernandez, where are you coming from?
Las Lunas.
Where do you live at in Las Lunas?
What's that?
Where do you live at?
Hunting Ranch.
Officer Jordan was reportedly on his way to a late shift while reeking of alcohol. The smell alone was enough for the trooper to call for field sobriety tests.
I asked you, why can't you stay in one lane?
Because I'm trying to log on to all my stuff and everything like that.
Okay. So, when did you start logging into it?
Honest, I can show you. Like, I've been trying to log on and doing all my other stuff.
Okay.
That's the only reason.
Mr. Hernandez, when did you last drink alcohol?
Yesterday.
Okay, I'm gonna check your eyes real quick.
Okay.
Put your toes together. Okay, I'm gonna check your eyes. So nothing drink recently?
No, sir.
Okay, any major head injury?
Just a headache recently, but nothing crazy.
Okay. When did you graduate the academy?
About 3 years ago, sir.
Okay. Was I one of your instructors?
What's that?
Was I one of your instructors?
No, sir.
Okay. See my fingertip?
Yes, sir.
Follow my fingertip with your eyes only. Don't move your head.
Yes.
So, Mr. Hernandez, can you explain why I would smell alcohol from your breath?
I don't know why, sir.
Okay, here we go. Don't move your head. Mr. Hernandez, do you have a license?
On me, yeah.
Can I see it?
As the test began, Jordan's bouncing eyes told the story, a clear red flag for impairment. He stood there in the middle of the road under the spotlight while the trooper examined him like a suspect, not a fellow officer.
Okay. Don't look at my knuckle, look at my fingertip, okay? Ready? Hold the fingertip. Okay, same thing. I'm going to go up and down. Long fingertip. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, 2 more quick tests. We'll possibly get you on your way. Any problems walking, bouncing, or turning?
I mean, just boost, but nothing crazy.
Okay. Okay, same thing. I'm going to go up and down. Long fingertip. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, 2 more quick tests. We'll possibly get you on your way.
The trooper already had a strong hunch that Hernandez was over the legal limit, but protocol came first. The walk and turn test sealed it. Jordan's balance and coordination were all over the place, exposing the truth in plain sight.
Hands at your sides.
Can I take off my max?
You,
I can't see it over my bag.
sure, go ahead.
Okay. Can I put them on your hood?
You can put them in your car.
Okay. Sorry, I can't see over my hood. Or my max.
Any questions?
No, sir.
You feel understand what I want you to do?
Yes, sir.
Next up will be step number 1.
2, 3,
I'll find.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
They next proceeded to a one-legged stand, the third test. Jordan was unable to control himself and was struggling to lift his leg. He swayed and stumbled, proving that he had no business being behind the wheel.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Do you feel understand?
Yeah, can I?
Sure, you can face whichever way you want. Whenever you're ready, I'll tell you when to stop.
1001, 1002, 1003, 2011,
Okay, come over with me.
Along with the standard test the trooper ran, Jordan threw a few basic ones, and even those seemed too much for an officer who was clearly in no condition to serve.
Can you count backwards?
Yes, sir.
Count backwards from the number 58 to 43 backwards.
Yes, sir.
Don't sing them. Don't sing them.
Don't sing them?
Yeah, just count backwards.
Okay. 58, 57, 56, or sorry, 40 or 58 to where?
43.
43, okay. 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 44, 45, 44, 43.
You done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The alphabet.
Yes, sir.
Starting with the letter H as in Henry, stopping at the letter R as in Robert. Recite them forward. Don't sing them.
H star,
H star.
HIJKLMNOPQR.
Okay.
Even though Jordan managed to finish the remaining tests with a bit more control, the damage was done. The trooper had seen enough, and without hesitation arrested his fellow officer for drunk driving.
Unfortunately, Mr. Hernandez, I believe that you're well over the legal limit.
Okay.
Okay. Go and take up your. So I will do the favor of that. Would you disagree with me?
I wouldn't agree with you, sir.
No, I said, would you disagree with me?
I would disagree with you.
Okay.
Can I put it in my unit?
Sure. Did you do great in the fields? No. Do you know how to do the field sobriety test? Yes. Your speech. I've never heard you speak. The strong odor. Your eye movements. Okay.
Okay, but my eye movement and nothing else. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going to argue.
Well,
with
I know
you,
you're
sir.
not.
I'm good. Here.
Jordan believed he had passed the field sobriety test, but the blurry eyes and strong smell of alcohol sealed his fate. Refusing to take a breath test, Officer Jordan was left with no choice but to be taken straight to the police station.
Who's your sergeant?
You want me to get him?
We'll call him in a minute.
You honestly, you don't need to do all that. Like, I can.
Well, you can have your gun belt, yeah.
What do you want?
Or this thing,
Yeah.
did that come off?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going to take it out.
Okay. Do you want me to put it in my unit?
Yeah. Do you have a t-shirt? You have a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Let's check out the APD. Go. Face front of my police car? Yep. Lower your hands. Do you agree to take our test? I'm asking for a breath test.
No, sir.
Okay, sir, I cannot force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your next driver's license or non-resident operating privilege for 1 year. If you are convicted in court for driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence if you have refused to be tested. Furthermore, you will be charged with aggravated DWI, which you know. With that in mind, do you want to submit to a breath test?
No, sir.
Do you feel? Turn around this way. Open your mouth. Lift your tongue. Open your mouth. It's now 12:06. Okay. And I'll take the phone from you. And then we'll call your sergeant. I gotta call my lieutenants anyway.
His defiance didn't change the outcome. It only made things worse. In the end, Officer Jordan was accused of driving under the influence. Following the internal investigation, he was placed on administrative leave, facing the consequences of his actions. That officer had guts, but wait until you see what this next cop did when his partner crossed the line.
I work for Union City PD.
What's that?
I do work for Union City PD.
I never asked you that.
I know.
Why would you bring it up?
In July of 2023, Secaucus cops saw an automobile parked on the shoulder of the road while on a normal patrol. The driver was sleeping inside with his foot still on the brake. But the real shock came when they realized that the man behind the wheel was one of their own.
Hey, how you doing? Secaucus Police. Put your car in park. Put your car in park.
Hey, yo.
Perfect. How you feeling?
Good, brother.
Okay. Secaucus Police, Officer Gonzalez has been recording my body cam, okay?
brother.
What happened?
We're home, man. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Home.
You know where you are?
Yeah, Hogan.
Where are you?
By Hogan.
You where?
By Hogan.
By Hogan?
By Hogan.
By Hoboken? You know what town you're in?
Yeah, Hogan.
You know, you're not in Hoboken.
We're home.
Where's home?
Like 2 blocks away. I live in Secaucus.
You live in Secaucus?
sir.
Where in Secaucus do you live?
Like a block away.
Block away? Can you roll out this window a little bit more?
The driver was clearly in no condition to be operating a motor vehicle, as evidenced by his slurred speech. The driver was Mauricio Gracias, a Union City police officer, now caught drunk and dazed in a situation that he'd normally be arresting others for.
No, you understand what's going on, though? You understand why I'm here talking to you?
Of course, brother.
What happened?
Motor vehicle stop.
Huh?
Motor vehicle stop.
It's not a motor vehicle stop. You weren't driving.
You got it, brother. I'm going straight home.
You going straight home? Where you coming from?
Union City.
You coming from Union City?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
Going straight home.
You going straight home? That's it?
Sir, brother.
Yeah, but you're not answering my question. You weren't driving your car, okay? I didn't stop you. You already stopped,
Yes, sir.
okay? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what you were doing?
Yes, I want to stop. I'm going home straight home.
No, you're not understanding. You're not understanding what I'm saying. The reason why I'm here is because you fell asleep.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I must.
No, you didn't say any of that, okay? I just woke you up right now.
Yes, sir. I went straight home. That's it.
The responding officer was stunned by just how drunk Mauricio was. After confirming the obvious signs, he pulled the off-duty cop out of the car, giving him no special treatment.
Okay, you're repeating yourself. All right. Huh?
2 blocks away. That's it.
2 blocks away or anything?
Sir,
All right.
the exchange.
Okay. Your speech a little slurred. Okay. Did you drink anything?
I'll have a couple drinks.
You had a couple of drinks?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. All right. I'm gonna ask you to step out of the car for me. Leave your car and park. All right. Just step out of the car. Okay. Why are you looking away from me? I'm talking to you.
All right. Yes, sir.
Look towards me. Okay. What's a couple?
2.
Like 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
As the field sobriety test began, Mauricio tried to pull rank, saying that he worked for the Union City Police Department, but the officer didn't flinch and stayed firm, refusing to back down.
You take your hands out of your pocket for me?
I'm sorry.
I'm asking you for anything at the time, okay? What are you doing? Have you?
Sorry,
I guess you've done this already in the past? You have?
Yeah, I do work for Union City PD.
What's that?
I do work for Union City PD.
I never asked you that.
I know.
Why would you bring it up?
I'm telling you.
Okay. But what does that have to do with you being checked like this before? Nothing.
No.
I guess you want me to take some type of preference or something that you mentioned that? No. Like I said, you're being recorded right now also, okay?
I know, brother. I don't.
Okay? All right, do me a favor. Take your hat off.
You're doing your job.
Take your hat off. Okay? Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do, okay? You have any medical conditions? You wear glasses?
No.
Contacts? You have a glass eye?
No.
No? Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do, okay, look at me. Look at my pen. Don't move your head. Look straight and just move your eyes. Again, look.
The eye test alone made it clear that Mauricio was well over the limit, but the walk and turn test sealed it. His performance wasn't just bad, it was one of the worst the officer had ever witnessed.
Whenever you're ready, keep your hands to the side. Go ahead, you may begin.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, come over here. Come over here.
It is disturbing to see an off-duty cop so blatantly breaking the law, driving drunk without a care. After failing one final test, he was quickly placed under arrest.
All right, you may begin. Count out loud.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. All right, just turn around for me and then just put your arms back like this. All right, turn around real quick and just put your arms out like that. Do that for me? Is that all right? All right. Put your hands together like this. Put your hands together. Okay, you're being arrested right now for suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol, okay?
Mauricio was arrested and charged with DWI at the station. He pled guilty and received a 90-day license suspension. But here's the kicker. Despite it all, he still wears the badge to this day. One poor decision can change everything. And the next story, it's even more intense.
Get the dog off of me! Get the dog off of me! Get the dog!
On July 4th, 2023 in Memphis, Tennessee, a routine traffic stop for a missing mud flap on a semi-truck quickly escalated into tragedy. What seemed like a simple violation turned deadly.
That's a dog! Come to me! You don't want bit! On the ground, you're gonna get bit. Come to me, man!
Do not let them, don't release the dog. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Don't. Do not. Get the dog off of it. Get the dog off of it.
Get the dog! Get out! Get out the dog! What's the cat? What's the cat? Get the cat!
Get the dog off.
Get your dog! Get it out! Get it out! Get it out!
The moment Rose stepped out of the semi-truck, law enforcement surrounded him with weapons drawn. Despite the tense standoff, he surrendered, though the danger he posed was far from over.
I got squad.
Okay.
Don't get a call now.
Units are clearing the vehicle now.
Put your hand back. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Get the first aid. What? Yeah, was I not loud enough?
You said it 3-4 multiple times.
Ignoring repeated warnings from fellow officers, Officer Ryan Speakman released the canine unit. The dog tore into Rose without hesitation, an unnecessary show of force that shocked even his own team.
No, why you keep bending my arm?
We're trying to get it wrapped.
We're wrapping it up.
We're not trying to hurt you.
Here. There's a pad.
Don't even touch it while I got handcuffs on. Y'all just making it worse. And you still laying on me like you pinning me down. I got cuffs on.
Nobody is on you.
Yes, you are. Look, you're grabbing my shorts.
We're trying to wrap you up.
I don't need it wrapped up right now.
Right. 23, you call me.
Bro, get off me.
You want me to find
I can't.
Bro, I have handcuffs on. What am I doing to you?
You could kick somebody. I don't want you to
I'm
kick
gonna kick.
anybody.
I'm not gonna kick nobody. Y'all just got bit by a dog.
I understand that. Just
Man, you
calm
don't
down.
understand. You don't understand. Did you get bit by a dog? Stop squeezing me.
Nobody, buddy. Nobody's trying to hurt you.
Shit, you just let a dog bite me.
All you had to do is come to me.
I was coming, all the guns pointing at me. How you expect me to respect you? You got a gun pointing at me.
Before heading back to Tennessee, Rose was simply carrying items to Grove City, Ohio. He refused to stop for police, starting a crazy multi-agency pursuit that nobody anticipated from a regular traffic stop.
It's like 20 of y'all.
All you had to do was stop, brother.
I did stop. I don't feel
20
safe.
miles ago.
I did.
You want to stand up on your feet or you want to sit on your butt? EMS is
I don't know what you're gonna let me do.
I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you either sit or stand. As long as you ain't gonna do nothing stupid.
How I'm gonna do something stupid
Just
with handcuffs.
have him set up, Tyler.
And you still
Let him set up.
Shit, it's too late for that. And you still squeezing me.
I know.
You still let it go. Don't put pressure on me.
You have to have pressure.
Don't know. Let it be.
Just go ahead and let it. You good.
Why are you still touching me?
Okay?
Why are you still touching me?
Because you are under arrest.
Yeah, I have handcuffs on.
I understand.
All right, so you can stop touching me and tell me what I need to do.
No.
But I don't need your hand on me. The dog already did enough.
Probably wouldn't be mad to put one on.
Once Rose recovered, he was taken to jail and charged with failure to comply. But the fallout didn't end there. By July 26, 2023, Officer Ryan Speakman, who unleashed the canine, was fired for his reckless action. Well, if you think this officer was corrupt, wait until you see the actions of this next tyrant who was owned on the spot. Cops often cover for each other's mistakes, but these corrupt officers took it to another level. Their actions were so outrageous that their own superior stepped in, shutting them down on the spot. Miami police officer Miguel Hernandez saw a woman throw a cigarette into his police cruiser. Instead of handling the situation professionally, he aggressively confronted her along with his partner.
Come here. You're gonna go back to my car and you're gonna clean that or you're gonna go to jail. Get up! Now you piss me off. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
What's your warrant for?
Get up.
Where's your warrant for arrest?
Okay. You're gonna go back to my car.
I need to see your warrant.
You're gonna go back to my car and you're gonna clean it. Babu, listen.
I'm 20 years old.
You got gloves on? She
I
got a
got
cigarette and she went to my car.
Rights to sit right
Okay.
here.
She
I'm
got.
waiting for my Uber,
Okay.
and he's doing this to me.
That's right. You're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna clean that.
Let me ask you a question. From what
You got extra gloves on?
I'm pregnant, and he's bothering me.
Okay. You're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna clean what you did. Get up.
Clean what?
The cigarette that you broke. Let's go.
Oh my God.
The officer took the incident personally, turning a minor issue into a power trip. The woman, later identified as Julissa Burgos, was about to face the wrath of two egotistical police officers.
Stop! Don't touch me!
Get up.
Don't touch me! Don't touch
Get
me!
up.
Walk by myself! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Get up. Get up.
Touch me!
Get up there.
Get up. You're gonna go to my car and you do that right now. Get up.
Touch my stuff, bro! You're not allowed to do that!
Get up.
On you!
Get up.
The police on you! You're not allowed to do this! I can't!
Get up.
Lawyer, I know!
Get up
I'm a civil
and clean
rights
it.
lawyer.
That's right. Up and do that. Clean that. Get up and clean that from my car. Now. You're gonna go and clean that from my car. You're gonna go and clean that from my car. Let's go. Let's go. You're gonna go back to my car and clean that. Let's go. You know what? You're gonna go to jail so fast it's gonna be incredible. Come here.
For what?
For vandalizing.
Don't touch me!
Get to the car. Get to the car and pick that up.
You want to go to jail for vandalizing?
Go to the bar and clean it. Let's go.
Do you really? No, let's talk about that.
You know.
You want to go to jail for vandalizing?
Oh, wow! That thing,
That's
how
right.
tiny are your
You're
balls
gonna
right
clean
now?
it. You're gonna clean it. Let's go.
Yeah, no, you do care.
Let's go.
Don't
Clean
let
it.
them touch me.
The officers then started to use force on her, and despite her cries of being pregnant, they kept on physically assaulting her, eventually slamming her face first on the ground.
Let go!
Clean it.
Let
Ma'am,
go
are you
of
gonna
me.
resist me?
Yes, because you're arresting for no reason. Get away from me!
You gonna resist me?
Help me! Get away from me!
Clean it.
Get away from me!
Clean it. Go. Clean it.
Relax.
Clean it. Let's go.
Relax.
You're gonna clean it. Let's go.
Sit for me right
Sit
now.
down.
Come here.
Help me!
I need you to sit down and you relax. Sit. Sit. That's it.
Help me! Help me!
Are you gonna go?
Get away from me! Get away from me!
That's it.
Get away from me! Get away from me! Help me! Help me! I'm pregnant! Help me!
I understand you're pregnant, but stop resisting.
Sit, bro.
Resisting. Jesus Christ.
The police brutality continued, and several people had now started to come over to see what was going on. The officers eventually cuffed her and forced her into the police cruiser.
No.
I'm not breaking.
Go. Vandalizing my car.
You're a terrible person, man. Give me a second to get my stuff.
Let's go.
I'm pregnant, right?
Yeah, you're real pregnant.
Julissa continued to resist, but what Officer Hernandez did next left everyone in shock. Even his partner cop couldn't believe his eyes.
Hey, go back. Take your back.
Yeah, well, shelter custody right now.
What's wrong with her, bro? What's your social? Okay, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You're not gonna die. Don't break my car. I know.
I'm apologizing. You're crap.
What you do my car? Don't spit on my thing. Don't spit on my thing.
What the hell did you do?
She's wearing my face, man.
Know what you did? Hell's wrong.
The incident led everyone around the scene to scream and curse at Officer Hernandez, who had just knocked the pregnant woman unconscious.
7317, mommy, have fire rescue.
The woman was taken to the hospital where she recovered. A few weeks later, she filed a complaint against Officer Hernandez, triggering an internal investigation. As a result, he resigned from his position, but she didn't stop there. She filed a lawsuit against both the officer and the city. The case is ongoing, and we hope that she gets the justice she deserves. Now, while this officer faced consequences, the next corrupt sheriff took corruption to a whole new level.
You do it as sheriff?
Of course.
Hands on.
Hands on, brother. That's the only way to go.
Yeah.
Hard charging.
Yeah.
Huh? That's what 2 items I bring.
Yeah. That's a lot of wax.
That's fun.
On December 3rd, 2022, Crawford County police officers pulled over Johnson County Sheriff James Stevens for speeding. However, as they approached his vehicle, it became clear this was more than just a routine traffic stop.
Hello, sir.
What's up, boys?
Hey, I'm Trooper Price, State Police. Where's our stop? You coming up the flashing lights there? You were speeding just a little bit.
My flashing lights?
There used to be flashing lights. It's the 71 to 282.
How fast are you going?
You're going 50 and a 45. Not that big of a deal.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not bad. Do you have your license on you?
Yeah, I do.
You got your registration and insurance. Is this your car?
Well, it's the county's.
The county's?
Yeah. I've been the sheriff for the last 4 years.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys, you're gonna have to bear with me. I know we just got the insurance a couple of minutes ago.
He wasn't actually stopped for going 50 in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. The FBI had been tracking Stevens as part of a corruption and narcotics investigation. It turned out he was in Crawford County for exactly that. Another shady deal.
What are you doing up here in Crawford County?
Well, I went to visit a CI.
Visit who?
A CI just north of town. Delivered some bags of goodies up there.
What did you deliver to him?
Well, his wife. Let me pop the truck and I'll show you. There's some goods at the co-op deal we did.
Yeah.
Where it's giving out to needy families and stuff like that. I'll show you.
Hey, if you don't,
They're a good deal.
Hey, since you're off now, just throw your service weapon over the passenger seat. Come back here. So you said you met a CI?
Yeah.
What, like a
Confidential informant.
Yeah, but I mean that's what. What were you taking him?
These right here, brother. These are things that we put together. Little care packages for homeless, or not, well, people in need.
Oh, really?
Things like that, yeah.
So why is your CI in Crawford County?
Well, got them in Crawford County. I've got CIs, and I got one in Sebastian County. Got Franklin, Pope, Johnson.
They just drive to Johnson to work, or what?
No. Just people that we get information from.
Oh, okay.
The sheriff had no clue that the FBI had been monitoring him, and they knew how he had gone into a residence and came out with some narcotics. Even the troopers on the scene weren't buying his fake story.
It's kind of weird.
Get information.
Well, it's kind of different. I've worked narcotics a lot, you know. But
Yeah.
I hear of people having CI and stuff, but I've never heard of them like a sheriff or a sheriff's department outside the county that works outside of Johnson County. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. We do it, brother.
Do you?
You bet. You bet.
You do it as sheriff?
Of course.
Hands on.
Hands on, brother. That's the only way to go.
Yeah.
Hard charging.
Yeah.
You bet.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you just up here fixing to head back to Johnson
I'm
County?
gonna pull in here, buy a knife, and then head back home. Yep.
Yeah.
Got a parade at 5 and head back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is one of my new guys, so just talk with him for just a second.
Hey,
We'll get you out of here safe. Okay, you don't have no more guns and like that on you?
Nope.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, buddy.
It didn't make sense that a sheriff had to personally travel to another county just to pick up a few grams of narcotics. Shortly after, an FBI agent arrived, and things were about to get much worse for the sheriff.
There we are here.
Find it today.
The FBI?
Okay.
Okay. You have any other weapons on you at all?
Nope. In the car.
No backup weapon anywhere?
Nope.
What's that here?
Hey, Sheriff, let me ask you this. You don't have nothing illegal in your car, do you? Nothing you're not supposed to have. No drugs.
There could be, there could be drugs in there.
There is
Most
drugs.
definitely. Yep.
What kind of drugs?
There's some. My CI just gave me some things.
What's
just in
things?
passing. There's some little.
I don't know what things are.
There's some butter and.
Like marijuana?
Yeah, and two, like a butter marijuana and 2 little buds that through the course going on, carrying on, talking to them.
Hey, go ahead and put your hands behind your back real quick, okay? This whole deal's odd to me, and so as of right now, I'm gonna go ahead and detain you, okay?
Seeing the FBI agent arrive, Stevens quickly admitted to having narcotics inside his car. As a result, he was promptly placed in handcuffs, and things were only about to get worse for him.
Because I've never heard of a sheriff not saying that what you're doing is wrong, but I can tell you this. I've been working narcotics for 7 years, okay? And I've never heard of a sheriff himself coming out. I'm not saying it don't happen, because it does happen, but not very often that comes out and works narcotics on his own and stuff like that, okay? So, and now that you said you've got some narcotics in your car, we're gonna search your car, okay?
Get up.
So,
Get up.
Is this your personal car, or is this your...
No, this is a county-owned vehicle.
Okay. Does the court and all them, they allow you to take this out for personal use? And
Well, I wouldn't quite call it personal use.
let me ask you this, just, do you think, if you were in my position, would you think this is odd?
Trooper, based on
I'm talking outside of them being here. Look at me. Oh, you're talking to me.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
I'm asking you.
I'm going to go ahead and just invoke my rights, and I'm going to speak to attorney and say I'm under arrest. And you guys,
okay.
I'll be respectful and do whatever you need to do.
I understand that.
Okay.
I'm going to let you have it right here, okay?
Sheriff Stevens knew his time was up and that he would soon be behind bars. Realizing this, he refused to answer any questions while the troopers searched his vehicle.
Door right there.
Okay.
Right here is what was described as some opiate type pills.
And these?
No, those are just replicas.
Hey, since you told me where those are, you want to just tell me where the bud is?
Huh?
Since you told me where those are, you want to tell me where the bud is?
They're in the trunk.
Okay.
Put them in a plastic bag.
Okay.
A trash bag.
Okay. Huh?
Those are the 2 items I was referring to.
Yeah. That's a lot of wax.
There's butter.
Butter, wax, still a lot.
An extensive search of his vehicle revealed marijuana, oxycodone, and hydrocodone inside. At this point, he was formally arrested and about to be taken to the police station.
You carry a lot of Narcan, don't you? Hey, I'm just gonna let you sit over here, okay? I'm gonna put you in my car. Going over there. You know, if the right to remain silent, anything said can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney present for any question. You can't afford one to be appointed, no additional charge. You understand all that?
I do, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Would you like to talk about anything we found in there so far?
No, I told you everything that was in there.
Well, I'm asking, do you want to talk about any of that?
No, there's an explanation for everything that's in there.
I'm asking you, would you like, if I ask you some questions, would you be willing to talk about it right now?
Not at the moment. No,
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
Yep.
Eventually, Stevens was charged with felony simultaneous possession of drugs and firearms, felony possession of a controlled substance, and a misdemeanor speeding count. He pled guilty to felony possession of hydrocodone and received a 6-year suspended sentence. He was also immediately removed from his position and forced to surrender his law enforcement certification. Next up, this crooked cop was taken to the cleaners by his honest supervisor.
If you fail to provide your documentation, you can be placed under arrest for obstruction.
You think so? And I don't need to show ID to do that?
You don't have to show ID right now, no sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir. Have a
Hope
great
you learned something today.
New Jersey police officer Frank Moschella showed a clear lack of understanding of the law when he tried to intimidate a man who was peacefully exercising his constitutional right to film in public.
You're working on a story for the township.
Well, about the township for me.
For you?
Yes.
What are you making, a documentary?
It's a news story.
News story?
Yeah.
You have ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And what law is that?
Well, it came in as a suspicious person. Anytime we
Okay.
investigate as to somebody calling in about suspicious, we need to at least identify who it is we spoke to. You're not in trouble in any way, shape,
Right.
or form.
Okay, then I don't need to give ID.
Well, you do.
What law is
I need
that?
to know who you are.
What law is
If I'm
that?
investigating a crime. It's actually called obstruction if you fail to provide
Wrong.
documentation. No, sir,
Quote
that's not wrong.
quote that statute.
I already
Quote
told you
obstruction.
what it is.
No, apparently you don't.
Sir, look, I'm not looking.
I have to commit an unlawful act and prevent you from performing your unlawful duty to be in
Well,
violation of
yeah,
obstruction.
Currently, right now.
So
I'm
what's the unlawful act?
Right now, it came in as a suspicious
Okay,
person.
and what statute is suspicious?
Suspicion alone is not reasonable, articulable suspicion to detain someone and demand their ID. Officer Frank had no clue he was up against someone with a much better understanding of the law than him.
It has nothing to do with it.
Yes,
I'm
it does. What's the
investigating
law?
to determine what's going on. So all
I'm
asking
taking
is
pictures in
identify
public.
Who you are? You're telling me you're doing something.
Okay.
That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
No, you are. You can come out and say, good morning, sir, how you doing? Taking pictures, enjoying your First Amendment right to take pictures in public?
What was the first thing that I said to you today?
What are you doing?
I said, no. I said, how are you, sir?
Okay, how are you?
Did I not say that to
Yeah,
you?
you did.
So you just asked me what did I do, and I already told you what I said. I
Okay.
said, how are you? And I said, what are we doing? And you told me what you're doing. I
And
said,
that's
that's
it.
fine. And I explained to you why I need documentation from you, just to verify who you are.
Okay, but you
That's
don't need
it.
to verify who I am.
I unfortunately do.
No,
Yes.
I have the right to privacy in public.
You do, to a certain degree.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is within that degree.
Yes.
Yes.
But again, if we're investigating it for suspicious because somebody called it in, it's not like we just.
It doesn't
came
matter
out
if somebody
here-
called it in.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so if you're outside on your property mowing your lawn and somebody says you're suspicious and the police come by, you have to give them your ID?
To verify that you live there, yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes,
it's
you
your
do.
property.
The individual, later identified as Alex, was relentlessly challenging this tyrant who seemed to love the sound of his own voice more than the law itself.
Documentation, otherwise you are going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
I do not have
Very, very
identification on me.
Well, so then you lied to me because when I first asked you if you had identification on you, you told me yes, I do.
Well, I have fingerprints and retinas.
No, that's incorrect. I asked you, do you have documentation? Do you have identification? Okay, so who are you then? Because we're going to have to verify who you are.
I'm not gonna answer any
And
questions.
here's the other problem. Now you lied to me, so now I have a concern as to whether you're being truthful and honest with me. Do you understand?
Okay, well, you're
If
not
I
being
find
truthful and
out-
honest with me because you haven't quoted a law yet that I'm required to show you
Sir,
ID.
I already explained to you what I need to
Supervisor.
do. If you fail to, there's actually a supervisor right there.
Okay.
Okay?
It didn't take long for a supervisor to arrive on the scene, and unfortunately for Frank, this would quickly turn into a law lesson for him.
Now, if I find out you're lying to me, now you could be charged with hindering.
Do we have a
which
sergeant?
means giving failed documentation.
No.
You have two sergeants, right?
Two? Okay.
What's going on? So, what is your name and what is your information?
I'm not answering any questions. Personal information.
Okay, well then you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
And what
Okay,
law
like
is that,
sir?
Sergeant?
He doesn't need to explain it to you.
Well,
I
he
already
does
told you
actually.
what it is.
He actually does.
Frank, just hold on a second.
So let's find out.
Can I just ask you what you're doing here?
Yes, sir. I'm in
Okay.
public taking pictures of a public building,
Okay.
expressing my First Amendment right to freedom of press.
Okay.
I'm here to actually file a complaint.
Okay. You have that
Against-
right. You have all those rights. You just
Thank you. Well, he
mentioned.
appears to
Okay.
tell me that I don't.
Now, just so you know, there are areas of this building that are posted.
Absolutely.
That are off limits.
Yep, like
All
the
right?
back of that parking lot there, it says
you
restricted
have
area,
to
can't go
scan
back
those
there.
areas or video those areas.
Absolutely.
Other than that, if you want to walk around with your camera, you can walk around with your camera.
And I don't need to show ID to do that.
You don't have to show ID right now. No, sir. All right, sir?
How's that?
Well, that's incorrect, actually, in that respect.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Is it?
It's
So your
different than
sergeant's
what you
wrong.
explained.
Even after being thoroughly humbled by his sergeant, Officer Frank's arrogance remained intact. He had had the audacity to call his superior wrong. These crooked cops will do anything to avoid admitting their mistakes.
So your sergeant's wrong?
What we were going to.
So your
Frank,
sergeant's...
we're not going to get into an argument here. So we're all set,
Because
all right?
I was just threatened with arrest for not providing identification. It's a violation of Fourth Amendment.
All right, sir. But now we're clear on what's going on, right?
Is he?
Are we all clear?
Is he clear? Because I'm clear and you're clear.
Everybody here is clear, sir.
Very good, sir.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
Continue what you're doing.
I appreciate your
All
help.
right? You have a good day.
You too.
All right?
Thank you
We're
very
all
much.
clear, guys.
Thank you.
All right?
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir. Have a
Hope you learned something today.
The supervisor immediately de-escalated the situation, allowing Alex to film and also went on to correct Officer Frank, who was having a tough time accepting his mistake.
Walk of shame.
This was indeed a classic walk of shame, and Alex really did have the last laugh. It turns out that sometimes it is the junior cops who are up against their bosses breaking the law.
Hello? Guess who I just pulled over?
Who?
Yarborough.
Really?
Yeah, the chief deputy.
On June 20th, 2023, a Henry County police officer pulled over a vehicle for going 96 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. If this was not shocking enough, he was stunned to see who was inside.
Really?
License in the back.
Yeah.
It was none other than Henry County Police Chief himself, Michael Yarbrough. The officer had to do his duty and went over to write him a ticket. However, he couldn't let this opportunity go without informing his mate.
Hello? Guess who I just pulled over?
Who?
Yarborough.
Really?
Yeah, the chief deputy driving a Dodge Charger, a souped up Dodge Charger. Belongs to the sheriff's office. I just clocked this at 96 in a 35.
What was the issue? I mean, why is he speeding?
No reason. He's in an unmarked car. He just got a high horsepower car and decided he wanted to play.
It's your traffic stop. You do what you think you should do. I mean, I'm not telling you one way or the other. You do a 96 and a 35.
Okay. Well, you know I don't care for him, so I'm gonna ride his.
While speeding at that rate is dangerous, it is commendable that the chief never tried to use his authority to evade accountability.
Sir, here's your ID back. This is your copy of the citation. If you would sign right here, it's got a court date, time it must appear. Yes, sir. Please slow down and have a safe day.
Moving on, this police chief was put in his place by two junior officers after getting caught breaking the law.
I'm the police chief in Zebra.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Matt Pope worked for me. Your chief worked for me.
Yes, sir.
Despite wearing a badge meant to uphold justice, some cops abuse their power in the most outrageous ways. But when they think they're untouchable, a higher authority steps in to bring them down. Today, we're diving into jaw-dropping cases where dirty cops got a taste of their own medicine. On August 26, 2022, officers stopped a car for having a registered tag and excessively dark window tint. However, what seemed to be a normal traffic stop took an unexpected turn as Zebulon police officer Jonathan Hemphill was behind the wheel. Before the officers could process the situation, Hemphill abruptly flung open the door and stormed out.
Say hello, was that illegal?
No, no, sir. The reason why we're stopping you is because it's a window tint violation.
I blinked my blue lights at you to let you know who I was.
Yes, sir. Well, we didn't know with it, that's not a government tag.
That is a unofficial tag. That tag's not even on file.
I see. Yeah. Well, we have to catch up the buildings and run it and everything like that, sir. So
I won't blink my blue lights at you next time. I'll let you just sit there. I was just speaking. I'm the police chief in Zebra.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Matt Pope worked for me. Your chief worked for me.
Yes, sir. There's no need to get upset.
I'm upset because I spoke to you when I come by, and now you're pulling me
over.
over.
I've never met you a day in my life.
I understand that.
Why are you being hostile?
Easy. I don't have to talk to you.
Okay.
Easy. I'm not talking to you.
Why are you being hostile right now?
Are y'all gonna write me a ticket? Are you gonna write me a ticket?
Sir, we're just trying.
I'm the police chief in Zebulon. Do you wanna write me a ticket?
Why are you coming up to me like that? I'm doing my job, right?
What are you stopping for?
I'm stopping for one. The window tint's dark.
I have blue lights.
Okay, you know how many officers have blue lights?
Are you writing me a ticket? Yes or no?
Chief Hemphill immediately silenced the officer, establishing his dominance. And when a female officer stepped in, she didn't get any leniency, just more of his overbearing attitude.
Are you writing me a ticket? I'm fixing to leave. Do you have your driver's license? Sure, I have my driver's license.
What I wait?
I'm fixing to make it a whole lot more. Your boss worked.
1111. I'm out here with Illinois.
Stand by for me just like anybody else. Pulled over, okay? Thank you.
Okay, so Dublin 1 Dodge Ram Pro, black and color. It's a machine construction company out of Losersville. Registration showed expired, valid insurance, negative 90 hours.
Just confirming Bravo Frank Mike 1175 BFM 1175. Yeah, sir. As I was explaining.
I don't want anything else from you.
Okay.
You let her do her job.
The female cop refused to back down and stood her ground. However, the chief acted as though the rules were beneath him and was blinded by his authority.
Make sure you're recording.
Yeah. What?
She's about bringing your driver's license back up.
That's fine.
Yeah. First, when we ran the tag, it came back to like a Dodge Ram, so we're just
It's not a
confirming it's
Dodge
not.
Ram.
Yes, sir.
It's a ghost tag.
Yes, sir. We're
You
making
must
sure.
have seen anything back with that tag.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're just.
You must have run it wrong. You must have run it wrong because you want to come back to a Dodge Ram.
We were confirmed it. They let us know and everything.
So it's still coming back to a Dodge Ram now?
Sir, can I ask why you're so upset?
Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram
No,
now?
we got it fixed. Why are you so upset?
No, you didn't fix it. Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram right now?
No, it came back 905.
That's right, because
Okay.
you run it wrong.
Sir.
Somebody run it wrong. Either you did or they did.
We're about to get the information.
Okay,
and get
I
it
got
back
your
to you.
chief on the phone right now. That's
Yes, sir.
fine.
I
That's fine.
understand.
That's fine.
Can you calm down for us, please?
I appreciate your service. I appreciate your service.
All right.
I'm just saying, I spoke to you guys. I didn't have to do that. I could have eased on by y'all. I appreciate the job y'all out here doing.
Chief,
I
I'm trying to
spoke
be
y'all.
respectful with you.
I understand
okay?
that. I understand
I'm not raising my voice or
I
nothing at
understand
you,
that.
right?
I understand
All
that.
right, listen.
It is alarming how some high-ranking officers carry themselves as if they're beyond reproach. Even if there is a misunderstanding, would it really hurt to have a calm, professional discussion?
But I'm trying to tell
be
you,
respectful to one
the
another,
only
okay?
thing I done wrong was spoke. Y'all never would have pulled me over if I hadn't flicked my blue lights
No,
at you.
sir. No, we were going to pull you actually. I'm
No,
not
you
going to
wouldn't.
lie to you. I'm
No,
telling
you
you straight up, okay?
Okay. All right.
But like I said, there's people out here impersonating police officers with blue lights.
Or you
and
threw
we've
my
dealt with
or she
them
threw
before.
my license if she is getting them for me.
She'll bring it to you, sir.
Okay, well that's fine.
I'm just
Bring it
trying
till
to.
you get through.
I'm trying to talk with you.
I don't want to talk anymore about it.
All righty. Yes, very unprofessional.
After the video prompted an internal inquiry, the chief was fired for breaking corporate policies. He received an oral reprimand and was required to complete anger management and de-escalation training. This officer learned the hard way that the badge doesn't make you above the law. And the next one, let's just say that karma hit even harder.
I'm on your side, bro. We understand what you do, but you need to. I'm a law enforcement. Okay.
On November 14th, 2020, Scottsdale police officers hurried to a club after hearing rumors of a furious confrontation between an individual and the security team. But what they walked into was far beyond a simple argument.
You need to go. They don't want you here, so you have to go. It's simple. If you don't want to be in trouble with us, just go. That's it.
Dude, I'm on your side.
They don't want you at the business, so you need to go.
I'm on your fucking side.
I get that, but they don't want you here today, man.
You guys are brutal. Hey. I'm on your side, bro. We understand what you do, but you need to. I'm a law enforcement. Okay, you need to understand. Hey, you want to have a blue conversation? Come here. What did he do? Huh? What did he do?
He's trying to fight everybody that walks by.
Right.
We kicked him after you guys told us to kick us out. We kicked him out.
He ain't even fucking following no sense of business.
So we literally kicked him out, and then he's literally after you guys. They just stood up. He's like, you guys want to fucking call him out? You gotta leave, bro.
An off-duty Roseville police officer, Scott Romo, was causing a scene after being kicked out of 2 bars earlier that evening. His behavior was escalating, and things were getting bizarre.
Dude, it's fucking Zona. What? What am I getting on what? What am I?
They're taking you out.
What am I?
I'm just trying to keep you out of jail.
No.
You want to be a California cop and you want to chest bump us? You can go ahead and do that. And guess where you're going to end up? In my fucking jail.
Yeah, I want to know where.
You can either calm down and go home.
No, I want to. What am I doing wrong?
You're too intoxicated. You're trying to pick fights with people. Every club has asked you to leave.
On what club?
Every club you've gone to.
On what? What am I doing?
I've removed you twice from 2 different clubs. Do you not understand that?
What am I 602?
I don't know what that is. That's California code. I don't know what that is.
602 resident?
I don't know what that is.
What am I trespassing?
Despite being heavily drunk, Romo stubbornly resisted arrest, insisting that he was one of them. However, the officers were unmoved, shutting down his claims without hesitation.
This this place kicked you out.
On what
Whiskey Row kicked
fucking
you out.
regimen?
You're not even hearing me. I'm trying to keep you from going to jail.
I'm understanding. What am I on?
You're not understanding anything, my man.
I'm trying to.
But you're not.
What are they
What is the hard part about just going home so you don't get into trouble?
No, I'm trying to understand. What are they kicking me out for?
You're too intoxicated. In the state of Arizona. Listen to me for 1 second. Get it through your head right here, okay? You've had too much to drink and you're not processing anything anymore. Arizona law requires that if a bar realizes you're too intoxicated, they must remove you within 30 minutes.
On your own.
You've been removed. There's no drunken public law. You don't have that here in the state of Arizona. They're kicking you out because you're inside their establishment too intoxicated. That's a state law. They're removing you. They're obligated by law to remove you from the list.
Asking you.
No.
I'm in fucking Arizona.
Yes, you are.
I'm not used to Arizona.
That's what I explained to you multiple times.
The officer's behavior was a complete embarrassment to his department. As soon as the other officers approached the bystanders for their statements, they all weighed in against him.
Hey, when he was at the front, they said that he was knocking your hand away, trying to get in and stuff.
Yeah, he kept getting like, and I was like, hey, just take a step back without a mask.
Was he hitting your hand away?
Yeah, he kept doing that. I was like,
how many times did you say he was knocking your hand away off you?
10, 15 at least.
You saw it 10, 15 times?
I was just like this. I was
completely just being...
Yeah, right here, bro, the whole time.
He got like, really this close to me, and I was like, hey, it's a little personal space, bro, and he just kept pushing, and I was like,
You want to be a victim?
The cops quickly made the right decision after observing the man's terrible condition and the public's concerns.
Transmitting back.
You're too intoxicated to understand what I'm even telling you.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home.
Oh, now you're gonna go home? You just said you didn't want to go home. Now you want to go home? Now you want to go home.
Let's sit him down.
Dude, I have a law enforcement ID.
You, sir, are a disrespect to our profession this evening. If you say it one more time, I'm going to hold you in custody and make you tell the judge in the morning that you have a law enforcement ID. You're a disgrace right now. So you need to shut your damn mouth before I call your supervisor, and we go from there, and you don't lose your job in California while you're visiting Arizona.
I don't understand.
So you close your mouth and let us do our job now, because you can't make adult decisions.
What's your job?
My job is to take you to jail now, because you can't be an adult. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Okay.
Have a seat. Sit down.
Hold on.
The humiliated officer had many opportunities to leave, but he chose to stay, putting himself in a position where his downfall was only going to become worse.
Swatting the hand of the security guards away in line, trying to grab us.
We've already asked them to go home tonight. So if you got a victim and you got someone that articulates it, he's already been kicked out of Whiskey Road.
Come on, bro.
Service. I don't
Are you serious?
Sometimes you got it.
I have a
It's
ID.
And we got the protocol. There's a protocol for this.
I'm not trying to hurt you.
No, man. The issue
I
is...
have a fucking ID.
We've given you so many chances. We already talked. Do you know that you already talked to us tonight? Do you know that?
Yeah.
You remember that?
I understand.
How long ago was that? Minutes ago we talked to you.
Yeah.
How about a couple hours ago when you refused service into another bar and we told you to go home? Just go home. It's time to go home. You can't get into any more bars. Your buddies asked you to leave and you would not leave, and you walked off on your own and they left you.
But it's a bar.
That's what you're not getting.
Bro, I'm under arrest. Bro, bar feud, when I told you.
Told me what? You're so intoxicated, nothing's sinking in.
Bro, you're seriously gonna put me in this position?
No, you put yourself in this position.
No.
Yeah, bro. See, this is the other part that's a disgrace to our profession that you're not catching.
Romo is in such terrible shape that even his own friends abandoned him at the bar. This alone speaks volumes about how terrible his state must have been.
Even your friends. Where is your bachelor party?
It's in fucking Phoenix.
You're by yourself, bro. They left you. You understand that? They left you.
Come on, dude.
All right, my man.
Yeah, I'm just one fucking average Joe that fucking gets caught.
Lord, do you need anything?
No, we're gonna try to. Let's grab his wallet from him.
My wallet's in my back right pocket.
Are you out here for a bachelor party?
Can I ask what you guys are gonna...
You're being arrested for assault and disorderly conduct.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you, sir. I have 5 people that provided me the exact same statement about you trying to physically assault them and then watch you physically assault the bouncer by swatting his hand away. They noted at least 10 times.
Bro.
The security guard noted at least 15 times.
Romo's apparent arrogance during the interaction was also deeply concerning. Witnessing a law enforcement officer acting as if the rules don't apply to him is unsettling.
You're being charged with assault and disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct as in 415 or?
Correct, 415.
A?
415A? Maybe just 415.
Can I get in my personal or no? I can't see you, I'm sorry.
What do you need, man?
Green light. I can't see you.
Hang on, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, man.
I'm a cop, you know that?
Where are you a cop at?
You know that? You don't care. You don't care, do you? Because you're sworn in. I get it. I 100% get it, bro. I understand. I'm not.
Here's the deal, though.
I'm not. Tell you the truth.
My advice to you is just sit down, be quiet.
Totally. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm also trying to understand the charge. And I'm also
They
trying
just
to
told you
understand.
we could charge you with
They
disorderly
didn't tell me the
conduct
charge,
and assault.
though, sir.
Okay.
They didn't tell me the charge.
I'm telling it to you right now.
I appreciate you telling me.
Disorderly conduct and assault.
Okay. I
We're
appreciate
choosing
you
to
telling
just
me.
go with disorderly conduct because we charge you with assault. You're probably going to get terminated.
I
understand that?
With some solid evidence in hand, Romo's time was up, so the officer seized him and took him to the police cruiser.
I'm gonna get you, man, put one leg in. Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3.
Push your point out good.
Just right here. No, I'm good with that.
Where you at?
Just on the side right here.
I mean, with everybody coming in.
So you're taking me in? What are you booking me for? 647F?
Yes.
Is that going on record?
Is what going on what record?
647F.
Sure.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, man.
647F is going on my record.
Spread your feet.
I can't walk?
No, you're done walking. You need to spread your feet.
You have any needles?
I don't have nothing, bro.
The police then searched him carefully, making sure that nothing was overlooked before putting him in the vehicle.
Alright. Drew, you know the deal, okay, man? Is there anything?
know the deal,
okay,
but I can't be fucking chilling out, bro.
Is there anything on your persons that we missed during this search?
No, I
Okay.
have zero.
Alright, we have to give everyone the same warning that goes into our cop car and into our jail. If there's anything on your person that you know that we missed, that's in your underwear, socks, shoes, or boots, and you knowingly take it into the police car or into our facility, it's a felony offense in the state of Arizona.
Zero thing.
Put your head.
After some time, Romo was brought to the police station and locked in a cell. When it seemed like the chaos had settled, he made a move that no one saw coming.
Where going?
You get the jail.
Come on, Hunter.
What's up, man?
I can't fucking breathe in here.
Okay.
You're treating me like a fucking prisoner.
Well, sir, at this current time, you are in a jail facility, and the correct term probably would be prisoner. However, we're trying to get you released, but you're not showing any signs of sobering up that allows us to believe that you can go out and act accordingly in society. From what I understand, you're dialing 911. You're continuously.
I can't breathe, sir.
You're continuously banging on the jail cell doors.
Because I can't breathe. I have anxiety.
I completely understand the anxiety part.
I am sobering up. What do you want me to do?
Romo repeatedly banged on the jail door and dialed 911 multiple times without a valid reason, causing a disturbance. Romo was unresponsive and could not understand what was being said when an officer came in to de-escalate the situation.
To call Lieutenant Scott Blinn, and I will provide you his phone number. Okay, and you are ordered to call him immediately upon your release to report your actions. Do you have any questions about that directive?
But I can't breathe in here.
Okay, I'm not sure what other thing that I can offer for you.
I feel like a fucking animal in here. And this ain't right.
You've arrested
cop to cop.
You've arrested people, right?
I have.
And they end up in a jail, right?
I have.
So you were arrested. So you end up in a jail.
There's nothing we can do special for you because of your situation. No.
Romo's entitlement was now hitting some new heights. He was genuinely stunned that for once he was being held accountable for his actions. However, he was unaware that his resistance was making things more difficult for him.
So you said he called 911? Alright, my man. You gotta help us out too, being a police officer.
What do I need to do?
Not call 911.
I'm calling 911 because I can't breathe.
Okay, do you remember the...
No one's answering my call.
Sure.
You guys are treating me like a fucking prisoner, which I get, but you gotta give me something.
Yeah, we housed you alone.
Drew.
Dude, I can't breathe in
Drew,
here.
do you remember prior to the George Floyd incident that we got in the habit of saying, if you can talk, you can breathe? Do you remember that? The sooner that you're going to get out of here. I have to report back to your lieutenant this evening, and now I got to report back this behavior furthermore.
What's the behavior?
So you've been nothing but disruptive in the jail facility this evening.
I can't breathe.
Okay, sir. I'm done. Do you have any questions for me besides the fact
I'm asking, how do I get out of this?
He just told you.
If you want to intro it, it's Lieutenant Blynn, B-L-Y-N-N.
Lieutenant Blynn, this is Romo.
The Rosedale Police Department fired Officer Romo 4 days after he was charged with violence and disorderly conduct. He appeared in court in March of 2021 and entered a guilty plea to disorderly conduct. He also faced a $650 fine, but the assault charge was dropped as part of the plea deal. Moving on, here is another instance when a corrupt cop was stopped in his tracks for making a wrong move.
There's my bag in the trunk. I used to be a police, so I'm just asking why everybody's been asked for their ID. If you stop.
In May 2019, some individuals were traveling when a police officer pulled them over for speeding. The worrying factor, however, was that the cop did not have a speed meter and claimed to have visually estimated the speed.
Hello guys, how you doing today? Good. How you doing? Good, good, good. Do you want me to stop you today? No. The speed limit on Kaylee's 30 miles an hour.
So, you stopped me? I was speeding?
Yes, sir.
When you were coming toward me?
No, sir. I got behind you and pace clocked you at 40 miles an hour.
No, I'm asking because when you were coming toward me, you had shined your light in my face. You were.
Yeah, I visually estimated your speed. That's why I turned around and got behind you and confirmed my visual estimate with the pace clock in my vehicle. Do you have your driver's license?
Yeah, I do. Can you give me my bag right there?
Are there any weapons or anything in the car?
No.
Are you good to get your bags?
No.
I'm not saying it's against the law to have weapons. I just want to know about
No,
that.
no, I don't have a weapon.
Okay. Where are you guys going tonight? Any place fun?
We're dropping off some stuff at one of the local clubs.
Oh, okay.
The officer tried to intimidate the individual sitting in the car, but he had no clue. The guy sitting in the front was himself a former cop who was about to school him.
Yeah, we just like to know who we're out with.
If it's just for speeding, that's what I'm trying to see what's going on.
Like I said, we just like to know who we're out with.
Okay, is there something going on in the area?
Not that I'm aware of anything particular, no.
Okay. Okay. Because when you were coming toward me, I saw the light. It kind of blinded me, and I thought something was wrong because I saw the light flash in my face.
Well, like I said, I visually estimated your speed. And at that point, I looked to see who was driving. Because let's just say, you know, a car runs from me or whatever, I want to be able to identify the driver. And I got behind you and pace clocked you. And that's why I'm stopping you today.
Okay. All right.
Where was your ID, partner? It's in my bag in the trunk. In your bag in the trunk? Yeah. Okay.
The former cop stood his ground, defending himself and his friends. The officer's demeanor shifted instantly when he realized that he was dealing with someone who knew the law just as well, if not better, than he did.
Where were you a police officer?
St. Louis and the city of Atlanta.
St. Louis, Missouri? And then again in Atlanta?
Yeah, I moved. I transferred because I got tired of being in St. Louis. And
what do you mean you transferred?
I transferred. They were paying more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was making like $38,000, and Atlanta was paying like $45.
Did they take like laterals, like did they
Yes.
give you time for your?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you do about getting a certificate out of Georgia?
After I resigned, I didn't think about doing it anymore.
No, I mean like how did you carry over your certificate?
Oh, well, doing the ladder program, they just did the accreditation from St. Louis Police Academy because you get the same credits as you do with them. So.
There was no reason to make this stop as the officer was initially coming from the other side of the road and even tried to shine his light onto the coming car. However, after talking to the former cop, his intimidation tactics fell apart instantly.
Training kind of thing?
Yeah, I only did like 8 weeks.
Okay,
And then-
that's what I was asking. I didn't know if they like honored it or whatever.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
sure how that worked.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who's that from? So how long were you total?
St. Louis is about 4.5 years.
And what's your birthday?
Atlanta was about 4.
Okay. What were your assignments?
I did some intern in car theft.
Okay.
And I did a little bit of homicide, but mostly I just a beat cop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was just curious.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
Just sit tight, guys. As long as your licenses come back and valid and stuff.
Okay.
No tickets tonight. I don't really like enjoy writing tickets or anything.
I understand. I appreciate it.
Just one of those things.
Okay.
Finally, the officer decided to let them off with a verbal warning, and the former cop had some strong words for the officer.
Hey guys.
Yep.
You. 22. Thank you. Here's yours. If you would pass this to the driver. We're just gonna let you off with a verbal warning.
Okay.
Appreciate everything you guys have done, being cooperative with us. Be safe tonight, okay?
I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Good night.
Y'all good? Give better directions, because you suck at them right now. You got me like going all over the place. But that was a crap this time.
It is unsettling to think about how differently this situation could have played out if the victim hadn't been a police officer himself. Well, now that brings us to the end of this video. Today we witnessed some shocking cases of corrupt cops who thought they were above the law until they were put in their place by higher authorities. No one is above justice, and those who abuse their power must be held accountable. If you agree with me, please support us by liking this video. And if you thought this video was shocking, wait until you see how this evil woman murdered her husband for millions.
I wish I was there. I wish I was with him